Okay, good morning, good morning. Tori, what's good? Let me know if you can hear me okay. Let me know if you can see the screen okay. Okay, perfect. All right, let's rock and roll, guys. We got about 15 minutes roughly on the clock for PMI news. All right, so let me give you guys the breakdown. All right. Uh, Again, it's at 9:45 and it's for flash manufacturing PMI and flash services PMI. So again, guys, PMI stands for Purchasing Managers Index. All right. It is a leading indicator of economic health because businesses react quickly to market conditions, and their purchasing managers hold perhaps the most current and relevant insight into the company's view of the economy. All right, that's what that's all about. So they survey about 800 purchasing managers out of these companies, and they ask people to respond to the related level of business conditions. So employment, production, new orders, prices, supplier deliveries, and inventories. And you guys all know, right? The businesses really have the insight on what's going on. Hey, are we getting customers? Are we losing customers? Do we have to raise our prices? Do we have to lower our prices? Right? The whole nine. So they get surveyed, on this information, and the results of this information is what's going to be coming out today. So if the result is above 50, right, that indicates industry expansion. That means that the economy is expanding. We're doing good, right? But below 50, right, on their scale represents contraction. The economy's doing bad, right? And they have two reports: the flash report and then the final report. So today we're getting the flash report for both services and manufacturing. All right. Now they expect it to be higher than the previous month. So previously it was 5.51.2, again above 50. They're expecting it to be 51.3, again even above what it was the previous month. So that's for manufacturing. All right. And then for services, it was previously 52.9, which was above 50, and they're expecting it to go to 53.0, which again is above what the previous was. So they have a good outlook on their predictions on what the results are going to be for PMI at 9:45, and because of that, it basically tells you, if the actual that comes out today is greater than what was forecasted, it's good for currency. But in general, if it comes above 50, guys, it's going to be good for the dollar. So right now, you guys can see that I'm in a position on SPY, right? I've sold all the indices, guys. So I've sold SPY and I'm up right now, right? I sold NAS, all right, and I'm almost in profit, right? It just went to go do a little sweep of liquidity, right? And then I expect it to drop, so I'm going to get some alerts on it. Okay, and for US 30, I also sold it and I'm already in profit. My team is in profit, right? They know what time it is. Okay, I'm expecting to at least get to this level of support, but hopefully lower, right? Just to really kill it. But now looking at the dollar, guys, all right, I can see from a lower time frame that we have, the dollar is down from an overall trend perspective. But in this pullback that we have right now, this pullback is still bullish. And we just kind of broke below this low, right? So we could be shifting down, right? Again, we're expecting PMI to come out good, but that doesn't mean it will, okay? And because of that, right, is why we got to be cautious on, some of the trade opportunities that we see. So again, I'll show you guys from a higher time frame, right? The dollar is falling. Okay. All right, let me get rid of all this 1 second. All right, got alerts on NAS, so I know that it's falling because I only put alerts for if it goes down. Oh man, let me clean this up. Hold on. All right. lot of teaching, so I do a lot of markups, but here, all right, we're clean. All right, but again, just on the dollar, guys, we can see that, you know, from this higher time frame, we've been falling, right? Everybody can see drops, pullbacks, drops, pullback. Again, here's a drop, and we're in the pullback phase right now. Now that pullback can get up to this level of supply and then drop, but it can also drop just currently from where it is right now. All right, so from where it is, we can drop, but because we can do both, right? It's in the air, and you know, news is most likely going to push it in either direction. So good news will push it up, right? Bad news will push it down. All right. So looking at it from a lower time frame, we get to see in details, you know, what the structure is looking like. And again, even though we just broke this low, right, we're still technically bullish, all right, on this pullback move. So we could get up to this level of supply, which I'm expecting price to do, right? As you can see, all my alerts are just above price. I'm not really expecting it to fall, even though I know what the possibility of that is, right? If we get bad PMI news where, you know, the numbers are below 50 or below what was expected, right? You know, it's a possibility that the dollar can fall, right? And everything that I've gotten into can reverse on me, right? But that was a risk I was already willing to take. And that's something that, you know, you guys all have to know about trading, right? You know, if you're going to say, hey, I'm going to sell this or buy that, right? You got to make your bed and lay in it. If you keep switching out, right, you'll never really know if, you know, you had success or not. All right. So what up, Nate? My boy says Nas is falling. So again, I did see the alert, so I'll just check on it real quick. And ooh, baby. Can you say thank you? All right. Again, guys, this was already called previously. My team got in it from around this price point, and now we are 111 points in profit, and we're looking to make roughly 1,000 points, guys. All right. We're talking all the way down to this level, the swing low, right? But we'll probably get to this liquidity for about 300 some odd points. Again, I'm just hoping that it completely tanks and, you know, just keeps going as low as it wants to go. All right. But as of right now, we've gotten into a great position and we're in profit on pretty much all the indices. There's SPY. We are in profit. There's NAS. Clearly, you guys see what happened on that. And US 30, right? The big dog. All right. We are in profit on that as well. So, even though we're expecting news right now, you know, team, lock in profits. Make all of these a risk-free trade, right? You know what to do. Take your stop loss, place it right below your entry price. So now no matter what happens, you took a W, right? And it just is what it is. We're hoping that it just keeps pushing and hit our take profit. But, you know, we'll take what we can get on these indices because they don't play on top of the fact that news could cause it to reverse on us. All right. And we don't want that, knowing that we were in profit. And then all of a sudden, you know, 15 minutes later, we're out of profit where it's hitting our stop loss. There's no worse feeling. Okay. But NAS, like my boy said, is looking extremely good. So, you know, we're going to, you know, put some alerts and keep our eyes on that. But take a look at silver. All right, silver's looking like it's going to give us a nice drop as well. All right, it's just been playing around for too long, so that wearies me. But it hasn't risen higher than I expected it to. So again, I still believe we're going to get the drop. Possibly just waiting on news. Right, a lot of times that's what you guys will notice when things aren't really moving like you think they should. There's something pending from a fundamental standpoint that's causing that. All right, gold. All right. So gold again is still bearish, right? But just needed to push down a little bit, right? My team sold this as well a little earlier, and we already made about 200 pips selling it from this area, and now it pulled back, and we just kind of got right back in. So we're looking to see if that's going to fall on us. We got 4 minutes left on the clock, guys. So it's about that time. All right. Take a quick look at GJ. All right, it's tapping into a fair value gap, and it looks like it's going to rise. Nathaniel, take your profit, bro. Again, I can see it falling a little more. Don't get me wrong, right? So if you want to hang on, hang on. But I'm going to get some alerts on it to let me know once it begins to rise, because I do believe that it will do that after it has either tapped into demand. Again, there's demand here. You can probably see it better on, there it is, on the 30-minute. All right, you can see that level of demand, but then there's also a level right beneath it. So we'll probably get, there's 39.50. So you got about a good 60 pips more that you can probably get out of it. But once that's over with, definitely want to reverse it, right, and catch it up to the upside. So just from where we got in, we got as high as 140 pips, okay, and now it's just in its pullback phase. But once it mitigates everything, it'll be back on its way up for about another 200 and some odd pips. All right, but yeah, that's what we got so far. So let's look at our majors. And I'm mainly focused on EU and GU. I see a nice double top here on EU, a break of the neckline, and we're probably retesting some fair value gap or supply area here. So let me just get this marked up really quick because I don't want to miss the show. All right, so we did a break here. And that would be our low. Okay, so here we go. This is our new swing high. Okay, 2 minutes left on the clock. Again, guys, you know, I'm pretty much set for everything that I want to get into. We might miss out on, you know, some of these major plays as far as like the euro dollar, pound dollar, etc. But we can still catch whatever, you know, might be happening. So I see supply right here. Okay. And what I'll do is I'll set a sell limit order really quick right before news, and I'll place my stop above this resistance area. Okay, again, it's equal highs as a double top, so I need to get above that in case they want to sweep liquidity. All right, so boom, I'm above it, the liquidity. Okay, and I'm behind the swing high, so I'm going to take my take profit down to here, and this is looking like a 1 to 3. I'm risking 27 pips to make 86 pips. All right, get some alerts on it. Okay, 1 minute left on the clock. Guys, there is your order. All right, so here's your sell limit price. On EU. All right, there it is. Oh, what do you know? Just got hit, guys. So news has dropped, and this is just how it goes, right? I got it right in time. So manufacturing came out to 51.6, way better than expected. Flash services came out to 49.7, worse than expected. So it is mixed. So we'll see what happens here. And again, this is what I meant. Like, you know, we were expecting all good, but we didn't get all good. All right. But for right now, our euro is looking okay. All right. Now, again, like I mentioned, I believe it might push up to try to sweep this liquidity and then fall, but time will tell. All right. So let's just kind of look at our indices. Hopefully they did not reverse on us. Okay. SPY still looking good. All right. NAS still dropping, and US 30 still dropping. All right. So we're good on those so far. All right. But results are out. So now we can go and try to see if we can get into additional plays here, guys. All right, but let's look at the dollar, and look, it dropped. Okay, so again, until we kind of break this low, you know, we're still in between, right, being bullish and bearish. But you know, we could still rise. I know it doesn't look like it at the moment, but there's still opportunity for the dollar to rise. Remember, we had good and bad news, so we could be seeing just the effects of the bad news right now where it pushes it to this, but then the effects of the good news could kick in later and push us back up to the high. So getting a little lower just to kind of, you know, watch this in detail. All right, look, we're at this low point. Okay, which was not only liquidity, but it was also a minor demand level. Okay, actually it was over here. Okay, and we're getting rejection of that demand level. So I'm going to bring my alerts down and let me know if we begin to rise. So once these alerts start going off, then we'll head over to the majors and see which plays we might have some opportunities on. But again, if the dollar starts rising, our plays like silver and gold should begin to fall, and we should be seeing some profit on those. Okay, bunch of alerts. All right, on the dollar. So we're just going to babysit it for about 5 minutes or so here, guys. News just hit. So again, we are, okay for now, but, just got to be careful. All right. So I'm also going to put some alerts below the wick just in case it breaks below. Again, there's a few demand levels that we can tap into and still rise. Okay, just want to let that be known. Okay, there we go. Ghost, what's good, bro? All right, hope you making this moolah, baby. All right, we're getting nice rejection, guys. So again, the initial knee-jerk reaction was to push the dollar down, and this could have been a trap. This could have been a sweep, but as it stands right now, we're beginning to rise, and we got 10 minutes left on this candle, right? But let's go and take a look at our euro play, which just got hit right away, and look at that, guys. We are in profit. Must be nice, right? Here I'm just going to fine tune that area of supply, right? Again, that last bullish candle before we had the break, breaking all structure to the low. This low structure here is where we had a change of character. All right. So we were making uptrend structure. We got our double top. Shout out to Ghost, right here. Then we ended up getting our break of the neckline, and then we got our retest right into supply. We had that sell limit order that we placed right before the ball drop. All right, and now we're about 4 to 5 pips in profit. Going to get some alerts on it. So if you're just showing up, ladies and gentlemen, sell euro dollar. It is ready to drop. All right. Me and the squad, we are eating today. All right. This is a payday Friday. Right. We're looking to make roughly, what was it, 80 pips on this? Yeah, 86 pips. All right. My alert's just going off like crazy. Pound CHF is falling. NAS is falling. Everything's falling. All right. So, guys, get in where you fit in. If you got questions, concerns about the numbers, about the plays, let me know. I can't even stop the alerts right now. All right, it's going ham. All right, and all my alerts mainly were up on the dollar, so I'm getting alerts on that. Let's just check out pound CHF. I believe it should be falling, and there it is. We are in profit, guys. And I feel like a broken record every time because we're usually in profit. Okay. But here it is, pound CHF. So I will give you guys this play if you sell it right now. Again, you mainly want a stop loss of about 50 to 60 pips. All right, you can probably get away with less than that, right? But it's just all of this is built up right here. So it could still sweep that, right, as a liquidity sweep, and then even push down, and then we also have equal highs, so it can go and sweep that as well. So I'm just trying to give you guys an understanding of the possibilities and why you want to place your stop loss at least 60 pips away, just in case any of that happens, right? It's not a guarantee that it will, right? But if it does, it's better to be safe than sorry. Okay, if it doesn't, well, guess what, you made it, right? You're going to get what we're aiming for right here on pound CHF is 183 pips. All right, and we're already up about 5 pips or so. All right, but I'm gonna put some more alerts on it, and it should continue to fall. But this is a great opportunity for you guys to get in now. If you're just joining, again, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Okay, and again, if you guys want to really learn, right, really get to it, really understand it, check me out, forexwithbain.com, and click on the link to the Discord. Just come in, guys, and again, the rest will be history, I promise you. All right. Okay, there it is. Rock with me. Okay, so EU. All right, we're good. And now I want to look at GU because it's another big dog. All right, it did the same exact thing that EU did. So now I'm definitely looking to sell this right where we are. Okay. Again, another triple top, actually, right? Break of the neckline, made a new low, pull back, tapped into our area of supply, and now we're getting rejection. I'm going to pull my alerts up a little bit because I would like to see a little bit more bears. That candle that it is creating right now, it has a bit of indecision on it, so I don't want to just kind of get caught up in that. Again, it's better to sell it as it's higher anyway, but just to see a nice bear candle with a body close below this fair value gap would be nice to see. All right, so I'll wait on GU a little bit. Actually, I'll put some alerts above it as well, just in case it goes a little higher. Then I'll even feel better about selling it from that price point. All right, but we'll see. Again, we don't have to wait, right, guys? This is one of those other things, I try to teach you guys, right? You got a busy life, right? Shout out to my nurses, right? Shout out to all my government workers, right? Hopefully you guys still are, employed, because I know what Trump did. But my point is, if you got a busy lifestyle, right, you need to be able to, trade and still, do what you got to do. And the way you do that is with pending orders. Right? It's where you know what is supposed to happen and you just set your orders in those areas so that, as you're busy, it'll do it on its own, get you into that buy or that sell and, have you going about your day, not having to stare at the charts. All right. That's exactly what happened on EU, right? This morning, when we got into it, we had a sell limit and literally right before, a minute before news came out, it shot up and activated our sell order, and now we're in profit and we didn't have to do nothing after we set that order. So we got the same scenario here where we set a sell limit order just in case it pushes up into supply, right? It'll activate it. I'm gonna push it down a little bit. Okay, it'll activate it and then get us in for the sell. All right, so we're gonna aim for this low. Okay, and that will be 100 pips for a 16 pip stop loss, guys. Ridiculous. Okay, absolutely ridiculous risk to reward. So here, again, I'll give you guys this GU play. All right, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. So this is a sell limit. Okay, your entry price is this. Your stop loss is this. And your take profit is this. Okay. Please take at your own risk, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not a financial advisor, okay? These are the trades that I'm getting into, and if you like what you see, feel free. All right, here it is, what the position looks like from a visual standpoint, and taking it to the low. All right, there you go. So some alerts. All right, they're still there on EU. Again, a lot of indecision because news was mixed, right? I can always kind of tell, results of news even without having to look at the results. I could just look at what the chart does and I can have a pretty good idea. All right. But look, right on time, alerts are going off for both EU and GU. Again, EU we're already in, GU we're looking to get in. Let's look at, okay, there we go, silver, right? Nice drop. All right, and again, I just expect it to continue dropping. Let's look at gold. All right, hasn't dropped yet, but it's trying. All right, let me clean this up a little bit. All right, and push these alerts up. All right, so indices, I see them still bleeding. Yep, go baby, go. Yes, sir. We're breaking or we're sweeping liquidity right now. So again, this is a pretty nice drop, guys. So again, we need to lock in profits, right? Kaboom. That is a risk-free trade right now. I don't have to worry about whatever happens. Again, hoping that it continues to fall, but I know how price does in terms of structure, right? This is a sweep of liquidity. We can still turn around and begin to rise from here, guys. So keep that in mind and take your money while you have it, right? They gave it to you, right? Lock it in, all right? US 30, all right, still dropping, and it's beautiful. All right, so now I'm going to push my stop loss down a little bit more to lock in more profits. And there we have it, all right? And that's the name of the game. As much as it goes down, just keep moving your stop loss. The automatic version of moving your stop loss is called a trailing stop. All right, I can't demonstrate that here on TradingView for you guys. Actually, maybe they have it on. Okay, so no, so here is where you would have, it depends on your broker. You have an option. It'll be like a drop down here, and you'll just click on it and choose trailing stop, and then you'll be able to, set your parameters on how you want it to trail, right? By however many pips, however many dollars, however many percent, right? You'll get that option here. But unfortunately, I just can't show you that. But what that means, again, is that as price continues to fall, your stop loss will trail it to the downside. So it drops in price, your stop loss drops in price. So it's a way for you to automatically do what I just did, lock in profits without you having to manually do it. All right, that's what that's about. So again, teach you about that if you come and join the squad. All right, NAS is falling even more. And man, oh man, we've gotten past liquidity. So we happen to close below here, guys. Then that is an indication that we will continue falling. And look at that, right on cue. Okay, so oh my goodness. Oh man, money, 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 money. This is a repeat of my last live, guys, for CPI last week. Right, we got into a sell on NAS, and literally when news dropped for CPI, we made about 300 points in about 5 minutes, guys. All right, so again, you want these kind of results. All right, you might want to hit the button. All right, push the goddamn button. All right, but no, let's enjoy what we can here, because it could all be gone in an instant. These indices are very volatile, and they can turn around on you at any point in time. All right, so please be mindful of that. All right, man, it was hitting my alerts, but it was far away, but it is what it is. Okay, let's take a look and see GU. All right, so it's still a little indecisive. EU. All right, pushed up a little bit. All right. Okay. Silver. All right, it's pushing down further. Gold is finally pushing down. Let's look at dollar. All right, I see green on dollar, and I see we rejected that demand level. Okay, so again, a possibility that we can start rising from here, right? But it's it's just going to play around for the time being, because we're just fresh off of news. It's 15 minutes past, and we got time to, you know, just kind of let the dust settle, and then things will start to play out later in the day. You know, the stock market is open as well, so that will, you know, play a factor also. But looking at our indices, guys, they are bleeding. Okay, I heard about United Healthcare, you know, buying out or offering their employees a buyout, right? So pretty much, hey, take this money or quit, right? Who wants to be given, you know, that kind of ultimatum, right? Especially if you've been there for a while, whoop the whoop the whoop, right? So things are crazy, but you know, it just is what it is, guys. But everything, this is highly down, 8%. All right, most stocks, if you will, you know, 1-2% is considered extreme. This is at 8% to put things in perspective. All right, and that is why US 30, right? Because this is the biggest stock in US 30. That is why it is falling, and that's why my team has already caught 284 points on US 30, and we did that in 3 hours. So if that was a standard lot that we were able to put on here, guys, we just made 200K, right? Just stupid money. Okay. All right. Yep, dollar's doing some things, but I expect the indices just to fall for the rest of the day, pretty much. That's really it, guys. Let's go back to the dollar, and we're starting to rise slowly but surely, so just keeping some more alerts. All right, let's kind of look around and see. Let's look at NZD. Yep, this looks like it's also going to fall. Okay, but we don't need a whole lot, guys. All right, so Wednesday, Sunday, so we're really over here. All right, there's dollar again, making some moves. GU. All right, looks like we might not get that sell limit to activate. So let's do this, guys. Let's put a sell stop order. All right. What this is saying is we expect price to go down, get us into a sell, and continue to go down. So I'll put my stop loss still above supply, right? I'm having to risk more because I'm selling lower. And again, we can still get that pullback. But there's the stop loss, putting the take profit at the same area. So we're getting a little bit less in profit, right? But hey, 70-80 pips is not bad, and we can probably do even more than that. All right, so I'll give you the sell stop order entry price, and this is the main thing that you need. All right, and that is on GU, by the way. All right, so your take profit, again, you can make it whatever you want, right? But just set it for 70 pips, 70-80 pips is where you most likely will get your take profit to be smashed without you doing anything. All right. All right, and I put it in the chat for you guys. Excuse me. So all right, so let's get to yeah, our dollar base pairs. So yeah, dollar cat looks like it's going to rise, but it's definitely fell pretty heavy, and it's still a little mixed. So I'm not really convinced about the rise, but it's potential. It has potential there, but I don't really like it. All right, dollar CHF. All right, now this is exactly how the dollar looks, right? We had that push down, and then we're kind of respecting this demand area to where we can push up. So again, there's potential here as well, but I also see this huge fair value gap, okay, sitting right here. So there's also still potential for it to fall. So I don't like the mixiness between the two. And because of that, you know, I'll typically stay away, right? I like something that when I look at it, I can tell that it's super clean and it's done everything that I expect it to. Those are the trades that usually play out a lot better, right? Like the indices, okay? I'll still put, a few alerts above it just in case it does begin to rise. And if it does, we're looking at roughly, 50, 60 pips. So not even really, too much worth it unless we're going to, try to get back to this swing, which will be, we're talking hundreds of pips in that regard. But just right now, it doesn't look extremely promising. But there's potential. There's potential there. So we'll leave that. All right, UJ. All right, this is the big dog out of the dollar-based pairs. All right, and right now it's falling, right? But it's in this demand area right now, so it can definitely reverse and start to rise. All right, dollar and GU is doing something. All right, GU's already falling. All right, see nice rejection here, guys. I'm gonna set these alerts to let us know that it is continuing to fall. And pretty soon that sell stop order will get activated and we should be in profit. The beauty about the sell stop orders, guys, when you're selling is that if they get activated, well, price had to fall in order for that to happen. So you know that, you're most likely going to see profit pretty soon. All right, it's just what that is. That's what we had on US 30. This was a sell stop order, right? We had a sell limit order here, which I can cancel now. But we had this order for if price continued to push up to the supply level and then drop, right? Which I was hoping for, but we didn't get it, right? But I set myself up to take advantage of if it just dropped. And boy, oh boy, was, that a good idea. All right. Here we go with GU. So again, it's getting close, guys. Hope you place that sell stop order in. Make sure you place it right. All right, sell stop on GU at price 1.26442. All right, dollar is pushing up. Dollar CHF. All right, it's trying to push up a little bit, but again, it's just not as convincing as I would like it to be. Here, let's look at odd dollar. Okay, odd dollar actually still looks bullish, so I don't really like like it like this, but yeah, it's still bullish. Again, I can see a drop, and it can drop significantly too, but as it stands right now, guys, we're still run consolidation, another run, and we're in the pullback, so we could get another run, right? Maybe it'll drop deeper a little bit, but then it still looks bullish. So I'm going to leave it alone for now. All right. All right, here's dollar CHF. Okay, I'm seeing more wickage, so it's probably rising. Okay, and I'm tempted to buy it because again, we're coming from this major demand zone, but again, we're still in this fair value gap, which has me weary that we could potentially, just push up a little bit and then fall some more. So again, I'll just leave it alone. I got more than what I need for a Friday, right? Indices have already paid me pretty good. Euro looks, like it's going to pay me pretty good. Right now, we're up 15 pips, all right, on Euro USD, and just beautiful structure, guys. Beautiful price action, right? And it just looks very promising to continue falling throughout the rest of the day. So again, hopefully you guys have gotten in and you're seeing blue. All right, GU will be the next play to give you, a pretty good profit. All right, when it activates. So you can see that neither the sell stop or the sell limit has been activated. Now, what if it pushes up, really quick, spikes up here, gets you in, and then starts to drop, right? You'll get in at a higher price and you'll make more pips to the downside, right? But you're just, you'll be happy that you have this order, right? Both of these, just set to take advantage of whatever price may happen to do, right? And that's that. All right, so gold hopefully is falling, and it is. I'm seeing more wick, right? And then plus it hit my alert to the downside, so it is trying to push. Alerts going off like crazy now. All right, Euro USD, all right, with 20 pips in profit. Pound USD, all right, we're getting more wick rejection. So again, it's getting close to that sell stop order to activate. And I won't be surprised if in the next 10 to 15 minutes it's activated and we are in profit. All right, so let's take a look at our indices. Man, oh man. All right, so for a SPY, we've just broken a low, right, and we're continuing to fall as of right now. Again, whenever we have a big push down, guys, you got to expect some sort of pullback, right? Just because we expect it does not mean it will happen, right? Or it won't. It doesn't mean it'll happen when we want it to or we expect it to, right? It just means at some point it will, retrace. But as of right now, we all just want it to keep falling. All right, Nas. So we got nice rejection, but now it's right back to falling. All right, and that break of this low was, indicating that it could do just that. So music to my ears and my pockets. All right, and US 30. All right, so we got a little bit of a stall. All right, at this pivot point. Not pivot point. Fibonacci point, right? So Fibonacci, this green area says this is where we should have taken our money, and then here's another area where we should have taken our money. But again, guys, we are still bearish on all the indices, and from the looks of it, again, 9% now, right? So again, it's bloody, right? We can just take a look at this one stock just to see. Oh man, look at that. From market open, it gapped down, right? And it got near this support level. And look, I already had a short position on it because I knew what was coming, right? So, if I played options on United Healthcare, I would have had, just crazy money on that play. But just getting rid of this for a moment, there's this gap, right, that it created. So at some point, maybe it'll fill that gap, right, which will cause it to, cause it to rise. And we could see some of your profit on US 30 disappear, right, which is why you need to lock that money in right now. All right, so again, as it's pushing down now, I can push it down a little more, right? But what I typically do is go to the 1 minute time frame, and now I see I'm gonna get rid of the position itself. All right, and now I see that I have a low here, a high, a lower high here. I have a lower high here, and still another lower high right here. So I can set my stop loss above any one of those highs, right? So I feel like this is a good area because we have supply here. Okay, so I'm right above that supply, just a little bit, boom, right above that supply area. So if price does want to pull up, it'll get to here, and then it'll drop, and I'll still be safe. All right, all of this looks like engineered liquidity for it to sweep, which it most likely will do, because again, like I mentioned on the stock itself, right, it gapped down, so it may want to fill that gap, and to do that it needs to rise up. So because this is the heavy hitter in the overall basket for US 30, it could also cause US 30 to push up, right? So I'm trying to keep myself in the play by not putting my stop loss too tight. All right, guys, that's what that's all about. Okay, and then again, just waiting for price to push up to here and respect it, and then push down some more. So after it does that push, then I'll consider moving my stop loss lower, if I see fit. But it's just a way to lock in profits, guys. Get to the lower time frame, look for those swings, those areas of supply or demand, and just get behind them. All right, it's typically the way it goes. All right, put some alerts on this. Let me know if we're in more profit. All right, that looks good. GU, we are activated, guys. What did I say? Okay, next 10, 15 minutes will be activated and in profit. We are up 3 pips on GU. Get some alerts to let us know. But I mean, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. EU and GU will take us home for the day. If you were in early enough, you took advantage of SPY, NAS, and US 30. All right, which are just all looking really, really good. Right. By the time the day is over with, guys, I expect, maybe 1,000 point drop. Right. And then over the weekend or Monday, you guys will hear all the headlines. Oh, Dow drops, Nas drops, SPY drops, right? And you're like, yeah, we know. We know. Okay. Silver and gold and oil, right? I told my team to sell oil. What do you know? All right. In profit. All right. So we sold from 71.82. It's currently at 71.11. All right. So we're about 70 pips in profit. We're aiming for about 160 pips in profit. So far, we're doing good. All right, silver dropping, finally breaking this trend line, which a lot of liquidity sits behind. So that's looking good. Gold, all right, it did. We had wickage, right? But now we have body. So now we're gonna potentially just get that push down that we need. All right, so let's look at the dollar, see if it's rising. I see 2% now, right? And it absolutely rose. All right. So right from that demand level, guys, we've gotten up. So I'm going to take these alerts and just set them above there to let me know if we're going to continue to rise. So one more time, I just want to bring home the fact that originally when news dropped, right, it was mixed. So we got the drop on the dollar for the bad part of it, right? But now we're potentially getting the rise on the dollar for the good part of it. All right. And we could end up rising for the rest of the day, getting to this level of supply. Now, from when we get here, then we can really, really drop. All right, because this is all just the pullback in the grand scheme of what's really going on with the dollar from a higher time frame. You see that? So again, guys, I really hope that makes sense, right? Because if it does, then it'll make dollars. All right. But guys, I want to open it up. Any questions, any comments, any concerns about anything right now? Is there any trade that you guys see that you want to take a look at for potential opportunity? All right. Okay, guys. If there's nothing, I want to thank you once again for checking in and rocking with me. All right, forexwithbain.com. Make sure to come and join the Discord if you want to get to it. All right. In the meantime, in between time, y'all have a great morning. All right. It's your boy. Peace.